Hi guys, today's topic is difference between HashMap and identity HashMap. It's one of the biggest area where the fundamental concepts are memory management. You know that map always contains word unique key. That is fine. But HashMap is introduced in. Here you see, HashMap is a class that is introduced in 1.2 model. Okay. But identity HashMap is introduced in identity, that is HashMap, introduced in 1.4 version. So this is the big difference between word HashMap and identity HashMap. But both inherit from which interface? That is the map interface. It also inherit from which interface? That is map. Now HashMap inherit from map interface. Identity HashMap also inherit from word map interface. You know that map contains the elements in which order? Key and value format. Now key is also a object, value is also a object. Both are object type. But question is, what is the difference between HashMap and identity HashMap? Listen. In case of HashMap, what actually happens? If very fundamental concepts are behind it, I saw that most of the time when you are facing this type of question, you just explain like this. In case of HashMap, the keys are for that is where the keys are object type. Fine. You know that it holds the data in which format? Key and value format. And value is also of what type? Value are, that is the object type. It is also word that is the object type. Fine. Now the same rule is applied in case of word identity HashMap also. In case of identity HashMap also, the keys are object type and values are also object type. Now both are same, but what is the basic difference between the two? It tells that map always tell that keys are unique. They must be unique. But value can be duplicate. The value can be duplicate. Is it applied for both? Yes, it is applied for both. But the concept is, what is the difference between the two? That is the main point that I want to explain. Now, I just show you. In case of HashMap, first I explain. The keys are matched by. Keys are matched by, or the uniqueness of the keys are, that is word, are matched by, here you see, are matched by word, a method of object class. What is that? A method of object class. Now what is the method? Method is word. Method is public, here you see, boolean, that is equals. Equals is a method. What type of parameter you have to pass here? That is the object obj. Now listen, this is the method defined in which class? This is the method defined in, that is the object class. Getting? This method is available in object class. And what is the job of the method? In object class, when this method define, it match the address of two different objects. Now, if I create two different objects, fine. That is, it match the address of the object. When the address of the object are different, then it return what? That is false. If the address of the objects are same, then it returns word true. Now when there are two different objects are there, then it returns false. That is the concept. But it is the method of which class? Object class. You know that there is a term we can use that supports runtime polymorphism, that is called as method overriding. And method overriding is only possible in case of what? Inheritance. Now see here, every class in Java case, every class, it may be a user defined class, it may be a system defined class, every class automatically inherited from which class? That is object class. That means as a programmer, we can override the method of which class? Object class. Now this is the method of the object class. Already there are some system defined classes are there. One is that is word string class. That is a wrapper class. Here you see string class and wrapper class. Everyone override this method. That is the equals method of which class? Object class. So that is the biggest problem. In string class and wrapper class, equals method not match the address, but the override method match the content. Now that is a big problem for, that is word HashMap. HashMap case, that is a big problem. Another time I recap the concept, you just remember. Very fundamental concept. In case of HashMap, the uniqueness of the keys are matched by equals method of which class? Object class. In object class, equals method match the address of two different objects. If the address are different, it returns false. If the address are same, it returns word true. In simple word, equals method in object class match the address. But you know that in Java, every system defined class and user defined class inherit from which class? Object class. So method overriding can be possible. System defined class like string class, wrapper class, they already override the equals method of which class? Object class. And in string class and wrapper class case, equals method not match the address, but it match the contents. That is the problem we are facing. Now here you see what actually happens. I show you what actually happens here, then you understand. I write here, that is fine, import, here you see, that is java dot util dot, that is start. I'm just importing the util package. Here you see. Now what is my next job? I just write here, that is public class. Here you see. Public class, that is test. Test is a class. Check here. What is my next job? I just write here, public, that is static. Here you see, that is void main. But I can pass here, I just pass here, that is string args. Fine. Check here, I'm entered into the main. I'm passing here, that is HashMap. Here you see. I pass here generics, parameter I pass here. If I pass, that is string is the key type and string is the value type, then fine. That is here I write here map is equal to, that is the new HashMap. Here you see, new HashMap. What I can pass here, I'm just passing here, that is here you see, I'm just use the generics here, fine. Here you see, I'm just constructing the object. Getting? I indicate that key is string type and value is also of what type? String. What I can do here, that is a map dot put. I just pass here. Here I pass, that is Rashmi. Here I pass, that is the key. I can pass the value, that is fine. That is I can pass the value that is called as, that is first. Here you see. Fine. Anyway, that is pass. When I write here, that is the map dot put. Here you see. What I can pass here, same. Another time I entered, that is Rashmi. What I can do here, I just enter, that is a second. Here you see. When I write here, that is a map dot put. What I pass here, I just enter, that is Rashmi. Fine. What I can do here, I just enter here, that is third. Now the question is, here the uniqueness of the keys are matched by what? Which method? That is the equals method. My keys are of what type? String type. In string, I already covered, equals method is override. And the override method match what? Is it match the address or match the content? Content is matched. Now, this content match with the second one. Is it a match? Yes, match. The second one replace the first one. Now, what it contain? Rashmi second. Then the second one match with the third one. Rashmi. Contents are same. When the contents are same, then it replaces the second one, takes the last one. That is the third one. So now here what happens? Rashmi is the key. Value is word third. Other two are replaced by the new one. Now, when I write here, that is fine. Here you see, that is a system dot out dot, that is a print ln. When I write here map, you tell me that is the end of the block, end of this area. How many element it hold? Is it hold 3 element or only 1 element? It hold only 1 element. Because here this element it hold, because here the uniqueness of the keys are matched by a method of object class. What the method is? Equals method. And the equals method of the object class match the address. But in case of that is word string, the equals method are override. When the equals method is override, the equals method not match the address, but match the content. When it match the contents are same. So keys are unique or keys are duplicate. When the keys are duplicate, it takes the unique key. So it takes the last one. It consider the last one. This is called as HashMap. But what actually happens in case of identity HashMap? I show you. Now the difference of HashMap and identity HashMap is, in HashMap case, the uniqueness of the keys are matched by what? Are matched by equals method. But in case of identity HashMap, the uniqueness of the keys are matched by equals operator. Now see, what I can do here, you can understand. When I use the key is fine, the same code I write, then you understand what is the difference between that is 2. You can understand. Check here. I just write here, same way. I write here, that is the import. Here you see, java dot util dot, that is star. I am importing the util package. What I did here, that is public fine class. I just specify here the class name is text. Anyway, what is my next job? I just write here, that is the public static. Here you just write void main. What's I pass here? I just write that is string args. I'm just entered into the main. Getting what did I write here? I just write identity. Here you see HashMap. Here you see what the parameter I have to pass here, string. Here you just write. I write the same type of code. Here also I write that is string type. That is the map is equal to What I can do here, new, that is the identity. That is the HashMap. Identity HashMap. Here is the generics I pass here. Fine. What I can do here, that is the map dot, here you just write map dot put. When I pass here, that is a new string. Here you see new string. I just write, that is the same thing I write here. That is Rashmi, fine, comma. I just write here, that is the Python. Here you see, that is Python. Anyway, I pass the first element. Now, what I can do here, that is the map dot put. What I pass here, that is the new string, fine. What I write here, that is the same, I just write here, that is Rashmi. Here I just write here, sorry, that is, here I write Java. Fine. I just write map dot put. Here you see, that is a new string. Here I just write. That is same, I just write here. That is Rashmi. Here I pass. That is, I write here collection. Here you see. When I enter, same way, I am entering how many elements? 3 elements I entered. Here I password, the key value is same, Rashmi, Rashmi and Rashmi. But what actually happens? Here, as it is identity HashMap, it is matching the uniqueness of the keys, not by equals method, but by equals operator. When it match equals operator, fine. Now, this is one object, this is another object, this is another object. If it is equals method, then fine. It match the word, as the string override the method, it match the contents. But as it is, if I got identity HashMap, I write only HashMap, then it takes the last element. That is a Rashmi collection. But as it is identity HashMap, uniqueness of the keys are matched by equals operator. So when I print here, how many elements it print? 3 elements it print. So to avoid the drawback of HashMap, Java introduced identity HashMap in JDK 1.4. Now, if I write here, that is a system dot out dot, that is the println. If I print here map. Now my question is, how many element it print? Is it print 1 element or 3 element? It print 3 elements. Rashmi Python, Rashmi Java, Rashmi collection. But if I just avoid identity, only I write HashMap, how many element it print? Only 1 element it print, Rashmi and collection. The last element it captures. Thank you.